Do you feel overqualified for the job that you're hired for? Well, in today's video, I'm going to teach you job interview mistakes to avoid with 3 simple rules to prevent you from getting a job offer that is in the wrong level. And this will take you a step back from your career growth. If this is a first time meeting, my name is Holly. I'm a certified career coach. I have helped thousands of individuals at Amazon, Google, and startup. Consider subscribing, hit the bell notification so you don't miss an episode every Tuesday. "85% of Americans took the career statistic that they are unhappy at the current job." So let me walk you through my 3 simple rules, and also before we start with that, give you a bonus tip to avoid you being part of that 85%. Let's get you 100% ready for that job interview that you've been waiting on. Either you are a people manager or an individual contributor, you have to know what you want prior to going to the job interview. This is like the most common mistake that I've seen in my career. What do you need to get from point A to point B? For example, if I am a program manager and I'm interested in a position to be a senior program manager, and I have been a PM for 6 years now, it's time for me to move up, right? So what do I need in the next employer for the next role so that I can get the career growth that I want? So you need to be able to ask yourself those questions. Let's talk about my rule number 1, your superpower. Your superpower are your key skills, preferably your unique skills that differentiate you from others. Ask yourself these questions. What are your top 3 strengths that differentiate you? How will your superpowers impact the employer? I also wanted to recommend my video on 60-second elevator pitch. In that video, there will be a step-by-step template to walk you through in how you can create a compelling story to share for the interviewer. Rule number 2, research. Prior to the interview, you should absolutely do homework on the employer. Know everything about their products and services, specifically the team that you will be joining. You can find a lot of this information on Glassdoor as well. And if you defer back to my 60-second elevator pitch, I actually did a tutorial in walking you through on how to use Glassdoor for research. Okay, another thing is your position and the scope. The scope can be very different from the job description. Now, professionals, keep in mind that oftentimes job descriptions are vague for a reason because employers have to meet compliance, and most of the time the work that they're working on can be confidential and they can't list too much on there. Okay, so you wanted to make sure that as the recruiter is prepping you for the on-site interview, and I'm hoping that your recruiter does, ask them to know as much information about the team environment or the technologies that are in the technical environment as much as possible. One of my favorite questions of asking an employer is, what is your expectation for somebody in this role that is not listed in the job description? Okay, you wanted to make sure just by either the recruiter or the hiring manager's response, you could be able to tell, are you making a lateral move, or is this something that you feel there's potential for you to grow? Let me know which interview questions you have the most challenge answering. Let's move on with rule number 3, call to action. Now, remember, professionals, the hiring manager have already seen your resume and most likely your LinkedIn profile as well. So call to action is really defining on, now that you are in front of the hiring managers, you need to be able to sell yourself to get the position that you want. I have seen that individuals would accept position because they are either out of a job for a while and they really want to get their feet back into the market without thinking that that can actually take a couple steps backward. So there's a way to go around that. I'm more than happy to answer your question. Don't settle for a position that you feel that you're overqualified for just because you haven't worked in a year, 2 years, or 3 years. It's really important to be able to tell a story as to why and how strong was your credential prior to taking a little time off. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and share. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye.